Hi, my name is Ben Goreski and I'm a leader in the Samurai Brotherhood. If you're watching this video, you're interested in our Ronin Division, also known as our online division. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and how I got involved with all of this, and then I'm going to tell you about Ronin Squad and how you can be a part of it. I've been a part of the Samurai Brotherhood for over 4 years now. I joined my in-person squad in Vancouver when there was only 3 squads in Vancouver. It was called Blackfish, and it changed my life. It's the reason why I'm a leader in the Samurai Brotherhood now. It's the leader why I have a podcast called the Evolving Man Podcast, and I truly believe that it's the reason why I'm married to the woman that I'm married to. So, needless to say, I've made Samurai Brotherhood work a big part of my life, and I'm now tasked with creating the online division and growing that in the Samurai Brotherhood. So 1.5 years ago, we created our first online division, or online squad, and we now have over 10 squads. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Ronin and what the expectations are, what kind of guys are on Ronin, and how you can be a part of it. So Ronin is these groups of 10 men. We call them squads. In the in-person meetings, we have 10 to 15 men, but in Ronin, the maximum is 10 because we're meeting on Zoom, so we get a nice tight screen of guys. The guys meet at the same time every week for 2 hours, and we have Ronin squads meeting at all different time zones. We have Australia division, or Asia Pacific. We have a lot meeting in the North America time zones in the afternoons during the week, and we have a couple meeting in the European time zones. And the guys meet for 2 hours, same time, same guys every week, as many of the same components as we have in the in-person squads as possible. Why would you want to join our Ronin squad versus some other men's group? Samurai Brotherhood has a particular energy that I think guys are drawn to. We draw on the mythopoetic samurai, and there's a very grounded energy in the Samurai Brotherhood. We have a structure, but there's not a lot of ego in the structure. We really do exist just to serve men and make men better and make men leaders. The expressed purpose of Ronin Division in particular is that we want to reach men who are outside of the area where we have in-person groups. So originally we only had squads in Vancouver. Now we have squads in Montreal, Toronto, Gold Coast, Australia, Whitehorse in the Yukon, Edmonton, Calgary, Kelowna, Victoria, Nanaimo. So we have squads all over the place, but not everywhere. And some of those squads were created by men who joined Ronin, learned how to be in the Samurai Brotherhood, how to lead in the Samurai Brotherhood. They attended retreats, and then when they felt ready, they ran an open house in their own city and started their own in-person group. That is the first thing that we want Ronin men to do, is to eventually be surrounded in person by Samurai brothers. That's the main reason. Also, if a man is traveling, he's too much in and out of town to be in an in-person group because our attendance standards are pretty high. Like, we need guys to be here, showing up at least 80% of the time, even if they have to miss for work every once in a while. But some guys are just traveling constantly. Those guys can join a Ronin squad and just make sure that they make it to the meetings no matter where they are. And that's basically it. It's men who want to learn how to do Samurai Brotherhood work and create a squad in their own city, or men who just can't fit into an in-person squad because they're traveling so much. What are we doing in these groups? I would say there's 2 main things happening in these squads, in these meetings. The first is bonding. We are connecting with each other beyond beer and sports. Right? This is guys having deeper conversations about the stuff that's happening in their lives, sharing a little bit of vulnerability. Here's what I want in my life, and I'm feeling stuck in how to get that. And then the second part is the work, right? Talking about what's working, what's not working, and figuring out how to move forward and take action in your life. right? So there's not only is there perhaps some sharing of the deeper aspects of your being, feelings, things like that, but there's also action-oriented steps occurring in the groups. There's support, there's challenge, there's men challenging each other to step forward and take action in their lives. And that's an important element of men's groups, the element of what we call fire. And so we're bringing that to each other. And so what basically happens to a guy when he joins is the men learn him deeply. They understand him, they learn his ego, they learn his self-sabotaging behaviors that occur, and they also learn what means a lot to him and what he wants for his life. And they get behind him, and they become a wave of energy behind that man's desires in his life. And they will call out his ego when they see it. They will call out his self-limiting beliefs when they see it. And they will also inspire him to take action in his life towards his dreams. And I've seen hundreds of men change their lives through this very simple format. So that's all I need to say. It's magic what's happening in Samurai Brotherhood, and Ronin is working. So if you want to join us, apply on our website on this page, and we'll receive your application. We'll let you know what groups have openings in different time slots, and if you can't fit into any of them, we'll put you on a wait list. Either way, if you have the willingness to show up every week at the same place at the same time and to put some money down for your personal growth, which I believe is a fairly affordable amount, considering what you get out of this will change your life. So looking forward to have you on board. This thing's growing. Who knows how many groups we're gonna have a few years from now, but I'm grateful just to be a part of this whole thing, and excited to have you with us.